my pleasure to welcome all of you to Kasane, the host of the 2023 14th edition of the Foundation L'Oreal and the UNESCO Young Talent Award for Women in Science in the Sub-Saharan African region. Director of Ceremonies, I'm grateful that the Chobe district, which is mainly known as a tourist destination of choice, has been chosen to host an event of such magnitude. Chobe district is made up of 9 villages, namely Pandamatenga, Kasane, Kachikau, Kazungula, Kavimba, Lesoma, Mabele, Satao, and Parakarungu. And sometimes we shorten it, we say from Parakarungu to Pandamatenga, which is P2P. Kasane is the urban center of the district. In the district, you will experience the Chobe culture, which offers a rare treasure chest of traditions from very different lands by different people. Kasane is well known for its unique characteristics. Perhaps the most unique feature of this culture is its food and cuisine. Besides that, the traditional dress, mostly worn during ceremonies, will leave you admiring and yearning to learn more. Meals in Chobe, as we have already experienced, are all freshly prepared. The lodges pride themselves on their personalized services, and this includes your culinary preferences and needs. The food is mesmerizing, is very tantalizing, and will leave you yearning for more. Director of Ceremonies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's my firm belief that given the existing challenges of climate change, new pandemics that are emerging like COVID-19, droughts, and wars, we need more women in science to provide solutions to such emerging problems. We are therefore grateful to L'Oreal and UNESCO for providing means to make this possible. Through such initiatives, we believe that in future women will no longer be underrepresented in science and research. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to congratulate all the 30 laureates who shall be receiving award tonight. I thank you all for your kind attention and welcome to tonight's celebration. Thank you.
To give us more insight on what we just got a glimpse of, which is For Women in Science initiative. It is my privilege to introduce our next speaker, a remarkable individual who will be giving a welcome speech. She is the CEO of the L'Oreal Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage Alexander Palt.
His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Botswana, Dr. Masisi. Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Botswana, Mrs. Masisi. Honorable Minister, Minister of Communication, Knowledge and Technology, Mr. Sekoku. All honorable ministers here present. Josi Tuzo Vasetso, thank you for welcoming us. All Dikrosi here present. Member of Parliament for Shobi constituency, also Minister of Justice, Honorable Ronald Shamukwini. Dear Professor Marciales Mbazekona, Head of Science Unit, UNESCO Regional Office for Southern Africa. Dear jury members of the 2023 For Women in Science Sub-Saharan Africa Awards, dear young talents, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. We are here tonight to celebrate and honor 30 young women scientists from 17 different countries. To be selected for this award, they had to distinguish themselves among more than 600 candidates and convinced by the excellence of their science and their career paths. But even more importantly, to get to this level of excellence, they had to overcome obstacles, barriers, and personal hardships. Being a woman in science is never a walk in the park, nowhere in the world. Stereotypes, discrimination, glass ceiling, harassment exist everywhere. In Africa, we find additional barriers and difficulties, some related to the context of insufficient investment in science and research institutions, living conditions that make faster access to income a very important stake, and sometimes because of the attributed roles to women and girls. So all the more, I wish to tell our young women scientists, we acknowledge the incredible path you have behind you. We know the hardship that a lot of you had to overcome. We respect and admire the achievements you have already accomplished. The L'Oreal Foundation is awarding and celebrating women in science for the last 25 years. The reason for it, women scientists were made invisible for as long as science exists. Their discoveries and contributions were hindered, silenced, even stolen. And to change this, it's not just about an issue of equality or more equal societies. It is about better science for all. The world can't afford the luxury of lacking half of its talents, competences, and intelligence. When we look at the challenges the world is facing, climate change, biodiversity loss, health, responsible technologies, we know that we need science desperately to cope with these challenges, and we need women in science to build inclusive societies that work for all of us. Neither Africa nor the world can overcome the crises of our time without one half of humanity. We need women scientists, and we need women scientists leaders. The world needs better and better informed leadership. The world needs to listen to the voices of women scientists. Yesterday, we had the privilege to be in the presence of Her Excellency, Madame Masisi, at Shobi Junior Secondary School for an intergenerational exchange. We try to inspire new vocations. We need to do that everywhere. But we also must build societies in which these women scientists then can fully contribute, be heard and seen. This is what the Foundation aims to do. Change the way the world looks at women scientists and give them a platform to make their excellence visible. We need better leaders for our common future. We need women scientists to become leaders, and what a wonderful country to celebrate their potential. We thank His Excellency for welcoming us warm-heartedly in Botswana, a country witnessing the oldest continuous democracy in Africa, a recognized example of good governance. Long democracies need continuous work, vigilance, and courage. So does gender equality and personal leadership. To our young talents, believe in your potential, trust in your knowledge, fight for your place, but also doubt, question, and make values the guiding principles of your action. Never forget that your contribution to science, to society is immensely important. The world needs science, and science needs women. Thank you.
His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Botswana, Dr. Mokwetsi Eric Keabetwe Masisi, Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Botswana, Mrs. Neo Jean Masisi, Honorable Minister of Communication, Knowledge and Technology, Tulagano Merefe Segoko, all honorable ministers here present, Honorable Deputy Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development, Honorable Mr. Zwe Sibanda, Kosi Kasane, Kosi Suso Waseto, all Jikoti here present, members of Parliament of Chobe constituency, and also Minister of Justice, Honorable Ronald Makana Suwan-Kwini, SADC Executive Secretary, here represented by Mrs. Anneline Morgan, CEO of the Foundation L'Oréal, Alexandra Palt, members of the diplomatic missions, Executive Secretary, African Academy of Science, Executive Secretary, African Open Science Platform, Dr. Tiamo Matuwega, 2023 for Women in Science Sub-Saharan African Jury, 2023 for Women in Science Sub-Saharan African Young Talent, fellow scientists, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is an absolute privilege for me to stand before you today in this beautiful town of Kasane as we come together to celebrate the 14th edition of the L'Oréal UNESCO for Women in Science Young Talent Sub-Saharan African Awards. I would like to first of all thank the government of Botswana for hosting this important celebration. This year is particularly special as we also mark the 25th anniversary of this remarkable program. Distinguished guests, since its inception in 1998, the L'Oréal UNESCO for Women in Science program has been a beacon of hope and empowerment of women for women scientists around the world. Over the course of 25 years, this program has recognized 127 outstanding female scientists from 42 countries with the prestigious L'Oréal UNESCO National Award. It is heartening to note that 7 of these laureates have gone on to receive the Nobel Prize, a testament to the incredible impact that this program has had on the global scientific community. Let me now also thank all the jury for doing a serious work, a thorough work in screening all the applicants. In sub-Saharan Africa, the impact of this program cannot be overstated. Through the Young Talent Sub-Saharan African Award, we have supported and honored the brilliant mind of this region. From this year onward, the number of endowments has been increased from 20 to 30, with 25 for doctoral students and 5 for postdoctoral fellows. This provides vital financial support and invaluable leadership and communication training to our selected young talent. Excellency, distinguished guests, on the cornerstone of this program is its commitment, diversity, and inclusion. We believe that the best scientific solutions are born from a mosaic of perspectives, experiences, and background. Through initiatives like this, we strive to create an environment where every talented scientist, regardless of gender, has the opportunity to thrive and make their mark in the world. To the young women scientists we honor today, you are the embodiment of excellence and dedication. Your research is not only pushing the boundary of knowledge, but also inspiring generations to come. As we gather here in the heart of this beautiful continent, we are reminded of the immense potential that lies within each one of you. Distinguished guests, in relation to transformational science and science for transformation, the UNESCO Open Science Recommendation puts society at the forefront of the scientific endeavor. Member states are urged to focus on 7 key areas, including promoting open science understanding, creating a supportive policy environment, and investing in infrastructure and capacity building. You will also recall that in last June, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the SADC ministers directed the Secretariat to work in collaboration with UNESCO and the Open Science Platform for the elaboration of the regional open science framework and guideline. Excellency, distinguished guests, before I end, allow me to commend the government of Botswana for signing the SADC Charter on establishment of the Women in Science, Engineering, and Technology Organization last year. It's evident that Botswana is committed to promoting and advancing the role of women in science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and innovation. The presence of His Excellency with us today and the First Lady attest to this. Since Botswana, as a country, strives to be a knowledge economy, investment in STEM is critical to realize this noble ambition. These developments present an opportunity for member states to transform national and regional science systems to be fit for purpose, and for young scientists to embrace the open agenda in doing science, societal engagement. In conclusion, on behalf of UNESCO, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to L'Oréal for their unwavering commitment to women in science and for being a steadfast partner in this incredible journey. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all the awardees, and I am confident that their contributions will shape the future of science and make a positive impact on our shared humanity. Be assured that UNESCO will continue to work with partners and stakeholders to promote scientific excellence in the continent and beyond. Distinguished guests, the world needs science, and science needs women. Let us celebrate them. Thank you for your attention.
Director of Ceremonies, Mr. Sylvain Henry Cisse and Ms. Khaunadine Tue. My beloved wife and First Lady of the Republic, Your Excellency Neo Jane Masisi, the Host Minister of Communication, Knowledge and Technology, Honorable Thulagano Sekgokgo, the Member of Parliament and Minister of Justice, Honorable Ronald Shamkuni, the Deputy Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science, and Technology Development in Zimbabwe, Honorable Sibanda, Honorable Assistant Minister of Education and Skills Development in the Republic of Botswana, Honorable Naniki Makwinja, Chief of Staff, Ms. Betlela Khosi Tuto Wasetso, Chairman of the District Council, Yachobe, Honorable Chimni Mulelwani, the CEO of L'Oréal Foundation, Mr. Alexander Palt, the Head of Science Unit, UNESCO Regional Office Southern Africa, Professor Kana, the Permanent Secretary, Vice Chancellor of the University of Botswana, Professor Norris, Chief Executive Officers and Captains of Industry, young talents, members of the media, creatives, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you all. I am truly elated to be here tonight, particularly to address this distinguished gathering this evening on the occasion of recognizing and celebrating milestones of scientific achievements made by young women. Yes, indeed, we are recognizing young women from sub-Saharan Africa, including Botswana, with distinguished talent for pursuing research in the sciences, technology, and innovation space. On behalf of my government and the people of this republic, I extend a very warm welcome to each and every one of you. The Foundation of L'Oreal and UNESCO for Women in Science Young Talents Award for Sub-Saharan Africa in our beautiful tourism town of Kasane. I wish to commend the Foundation of L'Oreal and UNESCO for their commitment to identify, acknowledge, promote, and nurture the immense research talent that young women of Africa possess. Botswana holds this ceremony of a transformative initiative in the highest esteem, as it is being held within 10 months following the recognition of our country's excellent and impactful research. Amongst others, the 2023 Botswana National Research Excellence Awards recognize 2 categories of research that relate to today's awards. These were the Early Career Award and the Inclusivity Award, which specifically focused on women scientists. The partnership between L'Oreal Foundation and UNESCO is a good example of joint development efforts. L'Oreal is the leading producer of personal care products in the world, I am told, whose manufacture of beauty products of acclaim and global appeal reflects heavy investment in research. In this regard, L'Oreal prides itself on having 20 research centers around the world and a dedicated research and innovation team of over 4,000 scientists and 5,500 tech and digital professionals. Now you can applaud. I had to say it because it sets the bar for us to emulate, and other nation states too to emulate. On the other hand, UNESCO promotes educational, cultural, and scientific research and enterprise to improve people's lives across the globe. It is noteworthy to appreciate the importance of its tagline, that education transforms lives. Through its science-related programs in the developing and least developed countries, UNESCO is strategically positioned to build their scientific, technological, and innovative capacities. The pursuit of scientific research, technology, and innovation requires a nurturing environment. Accordingly, the relationship between L'Oreal and UNESCO demonstrates the interconnectedness of science, technology and engineering, arts, and mathematics in delivering a powerful program on promoting and enhancing the status of women. I've been made aware of the week-long leadership capacity building program to prepare the laureates for their future high-level careers. Exchanges between young talent awardees and young girls from the secondary schools in Kasane were really commendable to foster scientific vocations and in the process inspiring them at the right time during their basic education. As the Setswana adage says, "Lori lojo lisalimeiti," and literally it translates to, "A walking stick is properly shaped while still supple." The generation of knowledge and its utilization in coming up with technological solutions to problems of limited capacity in production or in the delivery of services is cardinal to our Vision 2036 aspiration of becoming a high-income and knowledge-based economy. We are, as a country, aligned with the African Union's strategy and commitments to use science, technology, and innovation as catalysts for Africa's socio-economic development and growth. Furthermore, Botswana's reset agenda priorities of value chain development, digitalization, and mindset change directly speak to engaging science-applied research and innovation for transforming Botswana into a vibrant, knowledge-based economy. In terms of education and training, This means that the basis for scientific literacy and the appreciation of technology and innovation must be put in place at a tender age of schooling. Furthermore, our adolescents, and in this case, focusing on young girls, must be taken to work and industrial situations to see the science and technology at work instead of being overly immersed in mere verbalism and theoretical exposition of regurgitation. Practical lessons and the wider assessment systems ought to be competency-based to measure scientific literacy and demonstration of technological and innovative capacities as real outcomes. This is learning by doing and reflection. In this regard, we should seek to replicate the UNESCO initiative of Take the Girl Child to Work. Certainly, knowledge generation in the science and technology fields cannot be the realm of men alone, at the exclusion of participation by women and girls. On this premise, therefore, the social barriers and the inequalities that have been constructed for years to undermine women's show of scientific, technological, and innovative capacities must be systematically demolished. It is in this connection that our participation as a nation in the L'Oreal UNESCO Young Talent Awards for Women in Science for Sub-Saharan Africa is a liberating, inspiring, and empowering experience towards gender equality. Distinguished guests, tonight we celebrate the extraordinary achievements of our African female young talents who are showing great potential in their respective fields. Musadi Kitarias Chab. This is a Setswana proverb that means women are the true and trusted protectors of their people, as is the case everywhere in the world. The need to promote and enhance the status of women in science, technology, and engineering across the globe cannot be overemphasized. Women can bring new perspectives and increase the pool of talented researchers. And according to UNESCO, although women account for half the world's population, less than 30% of the world's researchers are women. This is, however, not a matter of naturalness. Rather, it is a product of gender role socialization, which we must change. At the UN level, the importance of gender equality is acknowledged as being instrumental to the achievement of 7 other Sustainable Development Goals. Its inclusion in the Agenda 2030 as Sustainable Development Goal number 5 is testament to the fact that empowerment of women is a key component towards the achievement of health, resilience, and productivity for communities. The African Union Science, Technology, and Innovation Strategy for Africa 2024, referred to as On the Wings of Innovation, buttresses the need to transform Africa into a knowledge-based and innovation-led society. This strategy has prioritized the eradication of hunger and achieving food security, prevention and control of diseases, communication, physical and intellectual mobility, protection of our space, and building societies through human capital development in requisite areas. Realizing these priorities rests on designing education and training programs based on gender equity and equality in participation. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Southern Africa Development Community, through its revised gender protocol, calls upon state parties to take special measures to increase the number of girls taking up science, technology, engineering, and mathematics subjects, and information communication technology at the primary, secondary, tertiary, and higher levels. The SADC Science, Technology, and Innovation Protocol of 2008 advocates for promotion of gender equity and equality in the teaching and learning of basic sciences and mathematics at all levels of the education system. Botswana has always prioritized the support and capacitation of women and girl child through the various legal instruments and policies that support women during confinement and freedom of choice of careers, even though traditionally assumed to be for men. Government is committed and ready to support all regional and global initiatives that are aimed at empowering and supporting participation of women and girls in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics subjects and areas, which explains why we so graciously invited you to come and inspire us. As a demonstration of Botswana's commitment to cooperate with other member states in promoting women in science, engineering, and technology, we signed the Gender Charter on Women in Science, Engineering, and Technology in 2002. In addition, the Botswana Academy of Sciences is hosting a chapter of the Organization for Women in Science for the Developing World, an international organization that provides research, training, career development, and networking opportunities for women scientists throughout the developing world. The choice of Botswana by L'Oreal Foundation and Unesco to host this year's celebration is in line with our national ideals and aspirations of building a knowledge society. The Botswana National Research, Science, Technology, and Innovation Policy of 2012 advocates for increased and equitable participation of girls and women in science. We are alive to the fact that participation of women and girls in science and technology requires creating environments that are conducive for women to learn, train, and work optimally. We will ensure that such appropriate environments for fostering effective learning and mentorship are provided for female scientists. I wish to commend you, the young researchers that I met as I came in, who are here tonight, for your dedication, your perseverance, and passion for your work. The commitment to push the boundaries of knowledge that you have demonstrated is admirable, and it also provides hope for a better future. I salute you as the change makers, the dreamers, and the doers that will bring the much-needed transformation to the African continent. And as we say in Botswana, "Are change, let us change." Allow me to also acknowledge the sponsors, the supervisors, mentors, institutions, and families who have supported these young researchers on their journey to being recognized for the worth and vitality of their work. Your belief in their potential and your guidance and encouragement have been instrumental in their achievements. The investment put in their education and development will surely yield great returns for our societies. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I know that since the inception of this program, 4 talented young Botswana have received awards. To the past Botswana awardees and the 2 Botswana laureates who will receive awards tonight, I say congratulations. You have made us and me proud. Yes, this is clear demonstration that young women, scientists in this country, have the capability to excel at the highest level. And yes, I want to make a promise to you that we will do all it takes to raise the bar even higher. Our immediate effort in this regard is that the National Research Fund is being set up to revolutionize the national research landscape in Botswana. Tonight, as we celebrate the awardees of the L'Oreal Young Talent Women in Science Awards, the UNESCO General Conference is ongoing in Paris, France. The conference is where global programs to advance science are generally discussed. Tomorrow will be a special day of the commemoration of the World Science Day for Peace and Development in the UNESCO annual calendar. The day is intended to raise the profile of the sciences. For Botswana, this is the best way to actualize the aims of the UNESCO General Conference and to commemorate this World Science Day. Much appreciation goes to the unwavering dedication of L'Oreal and UNESCO in fostering the growth and development of young women in Botswana and the region at large. Africa, ladies and gentlemen, is struggling to reach its women leadership targets. So efforts such as these go a long way to enable the attainment of our set targets. Thank you so much, L'Oreal, UNESCO.
We stand here today, my distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to celebrate not just the achievements of the women who will be awarded here tonight, but also the boundless potential of women in science from all over the world. Now, to the awardees and the nominees, your contributions to science have the power to change the world, and therefore we are really excited to be honoring you tonight. May we please give them a round of applause just before we get to this next segment of the program.
Incredible honor to receive this award. My heartfelt appreciation goes to the 4 Women in Science team, the government of Rwanda, my country, for being a champion for women, and specifically to have contributed to my success today. My gratitude also goes to God for giving me the strength to get this far, to my mentor, Ruwen Barnabas, Nelly Mugo, and Mukhtar Aliyu for their continued commitment to my success. While this award is being presented to me as an individual, it is the fruit of work from my wonderful parents, devoted friends, and mentors who choose to invest in my growth and success. When I lost my father at the age of 16, I was catapulted into adulthood. I decided that a university education was out of the picture for me. The best way I could honor his memory was to finish high school and contribute to making sure that my younger sister stays in school. So I set out to do my best and finish high school. While I was doing that, I decided to channel all my energy from grief and pain, and I buried myself into coursework. This gave me an escape from my reality, but the outcome changed the trajectory of my life. At the end of high school, I emerged as the one top student in science, and I was awarded the Rwanda Presidential Scholarship that gave me a full ride to continue my bachelor training in the US. A few months later, I found myself on a plane traveling to the US, filled with a wide range of emotion, anxiety, excitement, but yet an endless gratitude for the opportunity to continue my education.
I was lucky to grow up in a family that really supported me, and in which the men, my father and my brothers, were really aware of the importance of a young girl's education. Throughout my journey, I realized that I'm an exception in the environment in which I grew up, because many young women don't have the chance to benefit from this support like I did and to aim higher in their studies. Certainly, my will and my motivation have been important so far, but it's clear and very important to notice that the support of my father and my brothers has been an essential element in making my dream come true. I've been selected among more than 600 young ladies, and this already represents a great achievement for me. As a women scientist, getting the L'Oreal UNESCO Young Talent Prize is the accomplishment of a hard work and the start of a wonderful journey full of success. I wish that my story inspires more than one person, and I believe in a society where every young girl will benefit from more support from men. If I have been able to go so far and to achieve this, many other girls in my region can also make their dreams come true. I'm proud of what I have been able to accomplish, but also proud of the next generation of these young women who will stand here in my place in the years to come, and I want to be a model and a lead to them. I thank the L'Oréal UNESCO Foundation for this wonderful opportunity, and I dedicate this recognition to my lovely family. A new breeze of change has risen. Let us let ourselves be carried by it. Thank you very much.
Rising to this career level was never easy, but beyond all myths, gender stereotype, financial constraints, and the family care responsibilities I have to bear, I am rising. Where I come from, statistics shows that only 47% of girl child are enrolled in schools. Almost 20 fail to complete their junior secondary school, and about 20% fail to complete their higher secondary school. The only difference between those girls and I is that I got the support and mentorship I needed right from an early age. That may not mean much to people in whose societies going to school is a norm for every child irrespective of gender. But for us here, that's huge. Therefore, we appreciate the support we receive from our families, and as well, particularly for me, my family, because they sold the only piece of land they had and value so much to sponsor my MSc education in the United Kingdom. Equally, we appreciate the support of our teams of supervisors for their mentoring, and as well for L'Oréal UNESCO for equipping us with essential skills, increasing our visibility, and expanding our networks. Winning this award is an assurance that our contribution to science is acknowledged. As well, it will amplify our influence as role models to nourish the interests, talents, and intellectual capacity of girls and women in our respective countries to engage in science. We will keep pushing until the structural barriers and gaps that prevent women from having equal participation in science is broken.
It is a tremendous honor and humility for me to be receiving this award today. As a young scientist, I'm faced with the intense demand to work very long hours, to publish frequently and in reputable journals, and to constantly look for funding or support opportunities, all this while expected to bear rejection and to remain motivated. On top of that, as a young woman, I find it even harder to deal with these challenging circumstances because I also want to fulfill and maintain certain social obligations. However, I have made it this far because of my positive environment, the support and efforts of my close friends, my family, particularly my parents, who sacrifice a lot and tirelessly support my dreams as they now fund my studies, and my academic supervisor, Dr. Dikabo Mukhupuji. Dr. Dikabo has shaped me into a psychologically strong, confident, and purposeful scientist by creating a safe space to take time of academic pressure, responsibilities, and focus on my self-care, social life, and other interests. All this while tirelessly looking for funds, research support, and career advancement opportunities. To some, this kind of self-space might seem unnecessary and a waste of precious time that should instead be focused on being at the lab. But it is the reason why I have overcome my urge to quit and to rather persevere, accept, embrace, and learn from my failures. Because of my mentor, I've reached milestones that seemed impossible to me. Today, I'm contributing to the food safety systems in the world, and I'm an award-winning young scientist. This is something which seemed far-fetched for me when I started on this journey. So, as I receive this award today, I want the world to know that my journey has been challenging, but mostly rewarding and bearable because of my mentor's efforts to foster motivation and a supportive atmosphere, enabling me to flourish without succumbing to mental exhaustion. I wish this for all young and aspiring scientists and encourage us to uplift those that come after us by understanding and recognizing that pursuing scientific research does not entail missing out on life. I give my thanks to God, to my country, Botswana, to my institution, the University of Botswana, Foundation L'Oreal, UNESCO, my mentor, my family, my friends, and everyone in this moment. And may you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Distinguished awardees, as we close this remarkable evening, I stand here with a heart full of gratitude and admiration. Indeed, the L'Oreal UNESCO for Women in Science Awards are the epitome of a global celebration of excellence, dedication, and a deep commitment to advancing knowledge. Tonight, we've had the privilege of honoring and applauding brilliant minds in the world of science. This has been an extraordinary experience, recognizing and affirming women as partners in developing the world. Director of Ceremonies, I heartily extend my deepest gratitude to the L'Oreal UNESCO Partnership for finding Botswana a worthy host of these prestigious awards. We're indebted to the L'Oreal and UNESCO Partnership for the opportunities that these awards have brought for our researchers, the tourism sector, and the rest of the economic sectors. The awards give impetus to our efforts to diversify our economy away from minerals to services and manufacturing and other high technology industries that highly depend on knowledge as the main input. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank the Presidency for gracing these awards. Your Excellencies, the President and the First Lady, I wish to state that your presence at this event reaffirms your commitment in transforming our economy from a resource-based economy to a knowledge-based economy. I can also state quite confidently, Your Excellencies, that the recognition of the awardees occasioned by your presence here means much, in fact, probably even more than the monetary grants that they have received. We could not have found better champions for this event. And I want to say to you, the laureates, in His Excellency, I think honestly, we have a true champion of the empowerment of women. I could cite a lot of firsts about His Excellencies, but just contemplate this. His Excellency appointed the first woman Minister of Finance, the first woman Permanent Secretary to the President, the first woman Deputy Permanent Secretary to the President, the first woman Attorney General, the most women that Botswana have seen in its cabinet. And I rather suspect when we have such a position that His Excellency will be eager to appoint the first woman as the Chief Government Scientist. Your Excellency, I also wish to really thank most heartily the First Lady to have devoted 2 days, not 1 day, but 2 days to these, to the training and the awards, to have been available at the intergenerational exchanges yesterday, mentoring and interacting with our young women scientists. We thank you for your public service, Your Excellency. I therefore salute you, Your Excellency the President, and your government for acceding to our request as ministry for the nation to witness on our soil the unearthing of special gems in the field of science. We have all paused to literally live out one of the seemingly difficult commitments, that of supporting women in science. This progressive decision by your government reflects the presidency's commitment to eliminate gender disparities and promote inclusion of women in decision-making and social-economic transformation. It also underlines your government's recognition of women research talents and the pivotal role that women scientists play in advancing knowledge and innovation. Distinguished delegates, join me in thanking the determined, unwavering young women scientists and researchers who have received awards today. Your contagious dedication and groundbreaking discoveries have paved the way for countless others to follow you. On behalf of the scientific community, we are indeed grateful for your contribution, which we believe shall change the destinies of our peoples and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, we are grateful for all the remarkable scientists that have graced this prestigious occasion and affirm that without your presence here today, the day would have not had meaning at all. We applaud the boundless commitment that you and your teams displayed in relentlessly researching in pursuit of knowledge. We celebrate you as well for the limitless potential that your efforts represent for the future of science and our world. Kosi Wasetso, thank you very much, sir, for welcoming us. Thank you once again to Kasane and the Honorable Minister of Justice for being such gracious and hosts for today's event. Director of Ceremonies, my next to last appreciation goes to the esteemed members of the selection committees and the scientific community at large. We admire your flawless eye for spotting talent and excellence amongst a plethora of equally deserving scientific work. Your integrity in upholding high ethical standards have made it possible to hold a controversy-free awards. I highly applaud you for that. And if you do permit me, I do want to just single out Professor Nelson Toto, my former permanent secretary, one of the jurists. He did say that I am not at liberty to disclose his current titles. But Prof, thank you very much for the good word that you put in for Botswana and facilitating and putting all that effort so that we could hold these awards. I also wish to thank you, sir, for the work that you put in respect of the first awards that we hosted in Botswana. Let me profusely thank the families of the awardees, mentors, and colleagues who have supported and encouraged these remarkable scientists throughout their journeys. I strongly believe that your guidance, understanding, and unwavering belief in their abilities have been the foundation of their success. Allow me to close by thanking the educational institutions and research organizations that nurture and provide opportunities for women in science. Your commitment to fostering an inclusive and diverse scientific community is commendable and should be sustained beyond these awards. Director of Ceremonies, once again, I thank the L'Oreal UNESCO for Women in Science Awards, the hosting ministry, and all of you who have joined us in honoring these incredible scientists. And before I say in the usual Setswana to thank you, let me just say, and if you permit me to say, Alexandra and Maurice, please, I'm sure we will be happy to host you again. So if you are struggling to find things, we are available. There are many other towns, villages in Botswana that we would like you to come and visit. Thank you very much. Merci.